Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about this, why defining your brain's objective can help with recovery. So, what am I talking about? Mind-body symptoms, pains, the brain creating pain based on the brain's perception of danger. If you've been following me, you know I talk a lot about perceived danger and safety is the cure. And there's an infinite number of ways of conveying safety. And there's a certain number of things that the brain can perceive as dangerous. I did a video a few weeks back about the 15 things that the brain perceives as dangerous. But overall, the brain is a goal-achieving mechanism, right? Its primary function is survival. Keeps the machinery operating, does everything. Autonomic functions, conscious functions, keeps an eye out for everything, looking around for danger, warning us with symptoms or even thoughts when it perceives something to be not so cool. So the brain's job is survival. Right below that, safety. Let's not get hurt, because that's equally important, right? But the brain really is focused on achieving goals. So as we go about this mind-body recovery, many people, just the automatic goal is, let's turn off the symptoms. And they focus on symptom. How do I turn it off? What am I doing wrong? How come it hasn't worked yet? I got to fix these symptoms. And the goal is symptom elimination. And I get it. It's the logical and automatic default goal that you would think makes the most sense. Yeah, I want to, now that I understand that the brain can create it, I want to convince the brain to turn it off. And the more we focus on symptoms, the more the brain says those are important. And the more upset we get that they're not going away yet, the more the brain perceives danger. And unfortunately, that goal of eliminating symptoms is a little bit misplaced, right? Because it still is making symptoms to be this really significant thing in our lives. And so one of the things I would like to suggest is that the goal, the intention of all this work is to convey to the brain that the symptoms are useless or not necessary. We don't need them. So the goal, the objective, is to neutralize that perceived danger. And we do that with accurate knowledge, assessment, ruling in this mind-body condition, making a decision that I'm in the right place. I have mind-body causes for my symptoms, and therefore they don't need to be there because they're created by a brain. And also make a decision that says I'm capable of turning them off. But again, if you make your sole focus turning them off, they may stay on because you are, by focusing on symptoms and their elimination so much, you're saying to the brain, these symptoms, they're important. And the more upset I get that they're still here, the more danger I'm conveying. So what's the objective that I think would be very useful? Safety. Overcoming fear, right? We don't recover when we eliminate symptoms. We recover when we overcome the fear that accompanies them and is often the fuel that starts and keeps them going. Overcoming fear is the goal here, because there's a lot of people who say, wow, I'm finally symptom-free, but man, I'm terrified that they're going to come back. Holy cow, what if they come back? Oh no, you're not recovered yet. Even though the symptoms went away, you're still terrified of them, and you're terrified of their return. I'm at the point now in my life where I haven't had back pain, significant chronic back pain, for 13, 14 years. I don't know the exact number. Long time. But it wasn't the back pain going away that allowed me to conclude I'm better. I no longer fear them coming back, which means I'm recovered. So the objective, which I would like for you to focus on, is neutralizing the fear, overcoming the fear, creating as much safety surrounding yourself, your life, your emotions, your thoughts, your physical body, how you treat yourself, how you focus on living life as opposed to fixing, right? We want to have life take up more of our time and energy, and symptoms a shrinking piece of that pie. Did a video on that not that long ago, crowding out the symptoms. Go look for it. It's on YouTube several weeks back from here. But we want to set the objective for the brain to not be symptom elimination, but to be, in fact, safety. I'm good. I don't need the symptoms. My body's fine. I am well enough, fit enough, healthy enough to be symptom-free. That's the objective which I would like to set. And the reason this is important is because when you make a decision that says, I'm well enough to live a symptom-free life, that decision forms this belief. And what does our brilliant brain do? We've got this reticular activating system whose job it is to scan everything in our lives over and over and over again for evidence that the things we believe are true. So if you believe that you are okay and you are well enough and healthy enough to be symptom-free, your brain's going to seek proof that that is actually true. If you believe that symptoms are a problem that you have to get rid of and that they're really frustrating and you believe that they're hard to get rid of, your brain will go to work proving that belief true. These are hard to get rid of. They're significant. They drive me crazy. I get so angry or sad or despondent when I notice and focus on my symptoms. The intention matters. Our intention and our goal that we are placing before the brain is, go find me evidence these symptoms are not important. They're insignificant. They don't warrant fear or attention. So setting the right intention for the brain causes this reticular activating system that works all the time to seek out evidence that you're right. And so why not begin with a decision that says, I'm not broken, I'm okay. My belief is that I can get rid of these symptoms, and I will get rid of them. Now your brain's going to work and conspire with you to get rid of your symptoms, as opposed to this belief that symptoms are awful and I got to get rid of them, and if I don't, I'm failing in some way, I'm doing something wrong, and I'm terrified of them, and the brain's just going to confirm that those negative beliefs are true. So let's understand this system called the human body, the brain, and its desire to prove you right. Let's make decisions and form beliefs based on those decisions that cause the brain to conspire and work with you as opposed to against you. Your brain is your brain. It's your brain. So we can direct it. We can direct its objectives with these beliefs. And so let's conspire with the brain to get better and look for reasons why we can and will get better, because we're not broken. The brain just thought it was. But we're fixing that with accurate knowledge, the assessments, and understanding that there is a cure and that you're capable of doing it. Make that decision. Form that belief. Let your brain work with you to prove you right. So, love you folks. I'm going to wrap this up here. Hope everybody is doing great. If you're not a subscriber on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Help me get over 63,000. We're just under it right now. Maybe by the time you watch this video, we will have hit it already. But if you're not a subscriber yet, I would love for you to do that. It helps the channel grow. And if you need some help, look in the description below on Facebook or YouTube. And I've got a bunch of links with a whole bunch of resources, most of which are free, but the book and the group coaching are the only two items that have payment required. But there's lots of free resources. Dig into them. You can get better. Set the intention that your goal is to overcome fear and create safety, not fix symptoms. So, love you, and as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.